And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, Tom Vasel here. Today we're taking a look at the new version from Tasty Minstrel of Amun-Re. Now, Amun-Re came out many years ago. I believe it was in '99 from Rio Grande Games. And Tasty Minstrel has just reprinted this. Now, spoilers, I really like Amun-Re. I still have the old version. I'll be replacing it with the new one. So in this video, I'm not comparing them. I'm going to compare them in a different video, the two versions, so you can see the differences between them, which is mostly just components. But I want to talk to you about the game itself. If you've never seen this game before, I want to review the game of Amun-Re, a game in which you are bidding to have the most grand dynasty of pharaohs the world has ever seen. The board is broken up into different provinces. Each province has a different region. They're on the different sides of the Nile River. They have different things on each of them, so they really are differentiated. But not everyone is going to be included in the game. There's a card that matches each of these. You're going to use 3 cards times the number of players. That's going to be shuffled. You don't know which ones are which. And the game is split into two eras. There's the Old Kingdom and the New Kingdom. They're basically 2 halves to the game. And each half has 3 rounds. So what you do in each round is you're going to draw cards equal to the number of players. So let's say there's 4 players from here. And so then you put these cards into matching provinces. So this is Avarice. This one here is Memphis. There's Tennessee. Abu. There's the Simpsons. And Buto, which is here. Now each of these cards, players are going to take turns bidding on. Now, players will start with some money cards. You can see them over here. They have 20 money, and they're going to bid. When you bid, you're going to put your worker down on any one of these provinces. So maybe I'll bid 1 on Buto. And then the blue player says, I want Memphis for free. They put it on 0. The white player says, no, I want Memphis. I'm going to bid 3. You have to bid higher on the track. And then the red player says, I'm going to take Avarice for 0. Now, when it's Blue's turn, they have to bid again, but they cannot bid on Memphis because they can't. You're not allowed to bid on the same one that you just got booted off. So they're saying, I'm going to take Buto for 6. Green's like, what? I don't want to pay any money. I'll go over here. Now, once every card has someone on it, that's it. It's yours. You leave the guy there to mark that it's your province. These cards are going to come off, and then we proceed to the next part of the game, of the round. Each province has different benefits in them. So let's take a look at this province here. Sometimes when you get a province, you will immediately get a benefit. That's this here. This says I get 2 bricks built into this province. Great. There's the province down here, gives me a card and 12 gold as soon as I get it. Provinces also, each province that you have is going to determine the number of cards you're allowed to buy. This lets me buy 3 cards. If I had that one and this one down here, I could still only buy 3. I go by the province with the most cards in it. So the most cards you'll ever be able to get is 4. And if you have if Blue, for example, can't draw cards. Each province also has spots to place farmers. Farmers are going to produce you money as time goes by. And some of the provinces even have farmers in them already. So you're going to be trying to determine which provinces you want. After that happens, players are then going to spend money. They're going to, up here is where you're going to be spending money. You're going to look at this chart right here, and you're going to buy cards. These are power cards, special cards that will do all sorts of things. Then you're going to buy farmers to place in any empty spots you have to put farmers. And then you'll buy bricks to build pyramids. Each one is bought separately, and the number you buy is how many it costs. So if I buy 1 card, that would cost 1. Then 2 farmers. The 2 farmers would cost me 3. And then 5 bricks. The 5 bricks would cost me 15. We'll talk about bricks first because that's one of the main ways to get points in this game. When you buy a brick for a province you control, you just put it in there. And then you build a second brick. And when you build your 3rd brick, you do not place another brick there. You simply replace it with a pyramid. And if you build a second pyramid, there's a special piece that just basically shows that there are 2 pyramids in that region. And you want to build pyramids because pyramids is one of the main ways to get points. The power cards are all sorts of things. This power card is worth 8 money. This power card you can play to say to the person who bids after you on a card can't go on the next spot. They have to go at least 2 ahead. Some cards will affect the offering. Some cards will give you points. Like this one here gives me 3 points if I have this many farmers by the end of the game. Some let you build a pyramid with only 2 bricks. In fact, everybody starts with one of these cards. Some let you bid again on the same card. Normally you're not allowed to, but this lets you do that. And so there are various cards that will give you, that you either save for scoring or that will give you benefits as you take different actions. Then once everyone has done that, we're going to go to the offering phase. Now the offering phase concerns these 4 tiles here. Everybody is secretly going to offer a certain amount of money. You can offer as much money as you want, or you can steal from the gods. Everyone has one of these cards and they can play that. So all these cards are revealed, and then you'll add up all the money, subtracting 3 for each person who's played one of these. And in fact, if you play one of these, you get 3 money. And you look at the total amount of money, and that's how good the harvest is going to be. So let's say the total amount is 10. Then this tile is the one that comes into play. This means camels are active. This means that farmers are going to provide 2 money each in the harvest. And it means temples are worth 2 points if this would be a scoring round. Whoever has given the most money then gets 3 rewards of their choice. The rewards being farmers, cards, and bricks. And then the second most money gets 2 rewards, then 1 reward. But if you steal, you get no rewards. After that, everyone's going to get money for their provinces. A few provinces, like you'll notice these here, are going to give money no matter what. This one gives 8, this gives 4 every harvest. Some provinces only give money, like these 2, if there's a camel on the card, and the camel's only on the first 2 offering tiles, not on the last 2. And then each farmer is going to give money based on how much of this tile is in play. Each farmer gives 3 money. So you're going to get a lot of money if you have a lot of farmers and if you have the right tiles. After the end of the 3rd round of both the Old Kingdom and the New Kingdom, players are going to score. Now, scoring is pretty simple. Each pyramid that you have is going to get you a point. Bricks that are almost to the pyramids are not going to give you any points. Also, the pyramid that you have in the area where you have the least pyramids, you're going to have 3 provinces at the end of each one, is going to score you 3 points. Or, as the old rules said, each set of pyramids. So if I have 3 provinces and a pyramid in each, I'm going to get 3 points. If I have 2 pyramids in all my provinces, I'll get 6 points each. We also look at each side of the Nile River, and whichever single province has the most pyramids will score that person 5 points. And then temples. You'll notice some of the provinces has temples in them. They will score points equal to whatever the harvest tile was on the round that scoring occurred. So this tile is placed here, by the way, to show you which one is going on. So that's basically the scoring. But when the scoring's over, each player then removes all their control tokens. Now, the pyramids stay there. The farmers go away. But everything kind of starts over again. All the province cards are shuffled. And now when you're auctioning for a new region, there might be a brick or a pyramid already in that region. So it's going to change the value of the different regions. You play again. You do scoring the exact same way, except in the final scoring, you also score whoever has the most money will get some bonus points. And don't forget, like I said, there are also cards in here that you'll play during different scorings to get you points if you have a certain number of these out on the board. That's it. Most points is the winner of the game. There are many things I like about Amun-Re. It has one of my favorite methods of auctioning. I always like instead of going 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, instead you have very specific things. It's 0, 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 36. That's very interesting, and you have to kind of sit there and go, should I just bid 6? Because if I bid 3, someone might outbid me. And not only will someone outbid me, but I cannot immediately bid again on that province. So when you go for a province, you can't just say, I'm just going to take that province. No, you got to give the amount you're willing to pay. And I really like that kind of auctioning, and it's really entertaining to me to see how it goes. And then I love how in the second half of the game, you're auctioning for the same places again. And that one province, because some provinces are a little better than others for sure, but once there's pyramids built in these provinces, they change because pyramids are points. They're one of the main ways to get points over the course of the game. So that whole pyramid, then the bidding, and then the 2 halves of the game, I think that's fantastic. But I also really enjoy the way the game plays. I mean, it's pretty simple. There's an auction phase, and then there's that buying phase. And the buying phase is nice because it kind of has this ratcheted exponential increase as you get each of the different items. And I'll sit there and go, well, I really want to buy 3 bricks because I want to build a pyramid. But wow, 3 bricks is 6. 1 brick is 1. Maybe I should just buy 1 brick and then 2 bricks next turn. But it's not very efficient. And that's an interesting thing. And then those power cards are great. Those power cards change the game because I'm sitting here and go, okay, I guess I'll take 2 power cards. What did I get? Ooh, another one of those change 2 bricks into a pyramid? That's great. And this one says if all my provinces are on one side of the river, I get 3 points. Not so useful because I have them on both sides of the river. But you know what? In the next half of the game, I'll keep this card for then, and I'll use it and make sure when I auction 4 provinces, they're all on the same side of the river. So it's fascinating stuff. And then there's that mean and nasty phase at the end, the offering phase. In the offering phase, you can steal, right? Why wouldn't you steal? You get money. But you might want your farmers to bring you a lot of money. If you have a lot of farmers on the board, you want to offer a lot to make sure that number's high, to make those farmers worth values, especially if you also have temples and it's close to a scoring round. But if you have areas where there's camels, you want the offering to be low. There are cards in the power deck that let you adjust the offering 3 in either direction, and people can play those after the offering's been made. And it's just an intriguing thing to me to see how people sit there and go, oh, what do you want? Because sometimes you want it to be low, and sometimes you want it to be high, but pretty much other people at the table are going to want the opposite. The production here is gorgeous. It's beautiful. The Egyptian theme, which I'm not usually that fond of, does come to life here to some degree. This is a great production, but it is a fantastic game. Many consider this to be his last great. I mean, Ryan Knizia makes lots of games, makes lots of small little card games, but he's made some fantastic big box games over the years, and this one was one of the last ones he's done, and it's an amazing one. Amun-Re, highly recommend it. Dice Tower Judgment, excellent.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!